Hello, my name is Dyani Gendron. My mentor was Elvira, or Ellie as I call her, Noel. And my project was quilting. Around the time of the Revolutionary War, a while before and a long time after, people do still quilt nowadays. Quilting came along. At first, it was just a way to get rid of scraps of cloth and keep warm during the winter. But eventually, as women started getting more imaginative and being allowed to be imaginative by the men, they started creating designs and patterns, and it became more of a fashion statement than anything else. My quilt is a basic checkerboard design, not really anything special.
Can't see it. Can't see that here.
We'll do that at the end.
The first thing you do to make a quilt is to pick the colors. You may not use all of your colors when picking them because some don't go together and just look wrong. After that, you need to cut the squares. Make sure they're even because otherwise it could mess up the entire quilt because one row could be shorter than the rest, or longer, making it not right. If it's a stretchy cloth though, it's okay because you can pull it and fix it so that it's okay. Once you have the squares cut, you stack them to make for each row, like there'd be a stack of this color, the next, and the next. I started from the bottom of my quilt and went up dark to light, as you can see the pattern. After that, you would pin numbers to each of the squares of the quilt so that they don't get mixed up. After that, you would sew each row by how you did them so that you have one strip of a certain color or pattern or whatever. And after that, you would sew them into 2s and then 4s until the entire quilt top is pieced together. After that, you have the batting, which is the stuffing, and the backing. I used a dark green color. You would pin those together at the corners of each set of squares. And that's it. After that, you would knot the quilt. I have an example of knots here. I had to use layers. I had to layer cloth so that it would have the same thickness as the quilt. First, you would put it through and pull it up again so that it's like this. After that, you would it's similar to a regular knot, but you wrap it around, you tuck the end through the second time, and then you do that again and pull it tight. This knot is very strong. It can hold through pretty much anything, and that's why we quilters use it. After that, you would add the border to the quilt, which is this part, and it holds the edges of the quilt together to keep the edge of the material from fraying, and it also serves as another knot and keeps that down. And that would be a finished quilt. There is a signature or tag to quilts if you want to put one on. It would have the title of the quilt, the person who made it, where they lived, and when it was finished. So my tag reads, My first quilt, Dyani Gendron, Southbury, Connecticut, 4/7/2013, which is the day when it was finally finished. The quilting group that I belong to is Lutheran World Relief, and they make quilts and send them all over the world to people who are not exactly in a good state. So, for instance, they don't have a home and are wandering around without any comfort in their lives. So my quilting group makes quilts and sends them to these people so that they do have a bit of comfort and warmth in their lives. And I hope that all of you would be able to do the same generosity to other people.
Just one moment, please. Show the back, yes. Just as important. Wow.